Okay, so we started out in a room and went around asking really weird questions. At the time, people were asking, David and Zane were asking who has a dog and who has a cat and like what kind of pets you have.
It just seemed like a very innocuous conversation, right? Started out with us being asked whether we were cat or dog people. I said I was a cat person.
And it weirdly ended up being the case that we basically alternated every other. So one person said cat, one person said dog. Which is weird, but I think it's just coincidental. And I mean, it was really predictable who said they would be dog people, who said they would be cat people.
A dog being somebody who's loyal and trustworthy, and a cat being somebody who is somewhat finicky, and I guess the implication is thus less trustworthy.
He kind of made cat kind of derogatory, I guess, when he was saying, cat would be like, I don't know what you would think of when you think of a cat, like feisty, fierce.
I'm a dog person.
I describe myself as a dog person because I actually really don't have any pets, but I can't really stand cats. They're too impersonal.
There was an envelope placed on the table, and I just grabbed it right away and was about to open it, but everybody stopped me and then wanted to decide.
There was an envelope on the table for one person, and we had to choose who that one person would be. I started the voting session, and I voted for Jordan.
We had no idea what was in it. We didn't know if it was an exemption or disqualification. It could be good or bad. So, two people, I think it was Scott and Kat, off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure, yeah, didn't want the envelope at all. The rest of us actually kind of did.
Scott and Kat both said they didn't want the envelope, and everybody else was like, I want the envelope. So it was interesting to see why those two didn't want the envelope.
I don't know, my gut told me that, well, if it's something bad, you're going to fuck yourself over, so I don't know. I don't like taking risks. I thought it was an unnecessary risk.
And I also thought maybe it would have made more sense for us to do a secret ballot, because it was weird that once we started yelling out names, it was sort of this snowballing effect, and once Karina said Jordan, then Victor said Jordan, and then Jen said Jordan, and then no one else really had a shot.
I got to open it, and the consequence of that was that I was the person who was hiding, and so I had to hide anywhere within the river houses, out not in the buildings, but along the river houses. It turned out that inside was the chance to win an exemption. If she could stay hidden from us for 20 minutes, she would win.
And we have to find her. 4 people will be searching for her at one point, and then 4 people will be at base camp. And if we find her, the team that is seeking for her will have a 2/3 chance of getting the clue, and the team that's at base camp will have a 1/3 chance of getting the clue.
So we were all given a conference call number, and we had our cell phones. We were able to call the conference call and kind of organize ourselves and spread out.
No, so Jordan got caught, I think it was honestly the 4-minute mark. I was coordinating the seekers to make sure that we split up the houses. I was telling Colin to go to the Dunster Mather area. Victor was in the Lever Quincy area. Chris and Karina, they were taking the other half of the river. And as Colin is walking to Dunster Mather, all of a sudden you hear Jordan has left the conference call, which was a twist that Jordan was in on the conference call, so that she would hear where everyone was going and hopefully or supposedly try and hide. And then Colin left, and then we knew the whole thing was over. And it was before anyone had even gotten set up and ready to really begin the challenge. So it was just really bizarre.
We used a random number generator, and the home base actually got the clue. But the weird thing was, when Jordan came in, I remember Jason saying, that was so fast, and you were in on the call, you knew where Colin was going, did you want to get caught? And she was like, maybe I wanted to get caught. And Colin had no words, he was speechless. This is really weird.
I don't really know what she was thinking. She claimed she had to go to a shift at the homeless shelter, but she also thought, I don't know, if she was trying to like be nice and like let us have a clue, but that makes no sense. If you have a chance to get an exemption, why would you give people a clue? Like, you're not just giving up an exemption, you're giving other people a leg up and you're hoping they're going to share it with you, I guess. That doesn't make any sense because these clues are so difficult. Like, I don't know why she would put so much emphasis on that rather than an exemption.
I wasn't really trying to hide very hard because they had all voted for me and to receive the clue, and I felt like I am a dog, I'm a loyal person, and so I decided to let them get the clue in the hopes that it might help somebody figure out who the mole is. One, I think it's a loyalty thing. I feel like I didn't want the exemption if nobody else was going to get it, and I thought I would rather help the team.
You know, I think maybe she has other things going on, maybe she has alliances that I don't know about, or because I haven't pegged everyone's alliances yet.
Right now, I see Karina as someone to look out for because she is a strong player in the sense that she's trying to fly under the radar, but then she's becoming more vocal during challenges like Colin is.
Victor and Jordan need to go.
I guess I would like to see Jen, Chris, and Kat go. I think Jen and Kat are big threats, and I just don't think Chris is really adding that much to the game in terms of gamesmanship.
Obviously, after last night, I joke and I kid about Colin's theories being false, but he's a beast, and I think he would rip any of us apart in order to win. And I'm a little scared that if there's a physical challenge, he'll just like, I don't know, just beast on all of us, and we'll all end up in UHS at the end of the night.
I know I said in the last confessional, or I guess it was 2 confessionals after Avatar, that like I had this thing against Kat, and maybe I was still overreacting and a little bit bitter, but she still makes me feel kind of uncomfortable, and I think I would kind of like to see her go. I know that's mean. I like you, Kat. We can get lunch after the mall. But
Jen's definitely stronger. I think Scott's pretty strong. See, as far as weakness, I think Colin just like lets things like cloud his judgment maybe, or maybe he's just really good at playing the game, but I consider him a weaker player.
So I honestly wasn't too surprised, and I'm sad to see her go.
That was sad. I really liked Karina. She kept it real. She was funny. She was one of the few people who actually like spoke other than me at these challenges and had some sass, and now it's just kind of me.
Don't be too certain of your friendships or your alliances.